Welcome to another episode of Blonde in the Kitchen. Today, my mom will be making beef bourekas. If you've never had bourekas before, just think of it as a puff pastry pocket of goodness, any filling of your choosing. Today, we're going to be using beef. Let's start by browning the beef. So, you want to break it up into small pieces and make sure that it's browned before you go ahead and add your grated onion. The onions help to tenderize the meat while it's cooking. You'll notice that there's liquid in the pan, and that's alright, it's going to evaporate during the cooking process. Let the meat cook with the onions for at least 5 minutes before adding in any other ingredients. It's time to add in your shallot when the bottom of the pan has barely any liquid left. Let this cook for another 2 to 3 minutes before adding in your spices. If you want to make your filling extra spicy, this would be a good time to add in some chopped jalapeno or chili pepper. It's time to add in our spices. We're going to be adding garlic powder, salt, black pepper, sweet paprika, cayenne pepper, celery salt, cumin, and onion powder. Let this cook for about a minute or two with the meat before adding in your parsley. You have the option of filling your dough the same day you make your filling, or you can leave it in your fridge for up to 2 days before forming your bourekas. If you're going to form them the same day you make the filling, all we have left to do then is add in the parsley and let this cool for at least an hour before filling your dough. Full recipe with measurements will be on a recipe card at the end of the video, but for now let's move on to the dough. We're using a store-bought non-dairy puff pastry dough. You could find this in most grocery stores in their freezer aisle. We like to roll it out to about 1/8 of an inch thickness before cutting it into squares. There are many shapes that you can make your bourekas. We're going to be making a triangle shape today. Cut out even squares using a knife or pizza cutter if you have one, once your dough is rolled out to the thickness of your liking. Once this is done, we're going to move on to the next step, which is filling and forming your bourekas. Our squares came out to be 4 inches on each side. Add egg wash to 2 sides of your dough and add in a teaspoon of filling for folding the dough over and pressing the sides to make sure that it's closed. Once each one is closed, go ahead and add it to a baking tray lined with parchment paper. They're going to go into the freezer and chill before being baked. Top each one with egg wash and sesame seeds before placing in our freezer for at least 20 minutes. Once they've chilled long enough, go ahead and bake them at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown. Another great way to use these is to make them in advance and leave them in your freezer. If you'd like to do that, leave them in your freezer for 2 to 4 hours before transferring to a freezer-safe plastic bag. Here are our bourekas fresh out of the oven. That's enough of that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. As promised, here is a recipe card with exact measurements.
Yours truly, Blonde in the Kitchen.